sound lines. And if you're brand new to wanting to learn how to play the guitar, or maybe you tried to learn how to play in the past and just got frustrated with it and gave up for one reason or the other, today I'm going to show you how to learn to play the guitar and be able to play songs using just 4 simple, easy to play chords. That's right, 4 easy play chords. If you've been trying to learn how to play and searching the net for different ways to learn how, you've seen tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of videos, people showing you how to play guitar by learning scales or modes or just riffs or how to play bar chords, just going in all kind of different directions. And that's the biggest problem with anyone wanting to learn how to play guitar. You have to have a focused way to learn how to play, a correct way, and an easy way. And if you're just looking to learn how to play and keep it simple and learn how to play songs that, for yourself and your family and friends, or maybe play a little band, church group, whatever the reason being, if you're wanting to just learn to play songs, I'm going to show you right now today 4 easy chords played a special way that are going to allow you to play hundreds, even thousands of songs. And at the end of this video, I'm going to show you using 2 of those chords, and we're going to play a song at the very end of this video. Now, when you first start out on guitar, you don't need to learn 100 or hundreds of chords or bar chords or anything like that. All you need to do is keep it very simple, keep it very focused, learn the 4 chords I'm going to show you today, and then learn how to play them well, make them sound clear, be able to change from one to the other really easy, and then you take those chords and put them into a song. And once you start doing that, you can begin adding other chords to those 4 chords and begin playing songs requiring more than just those 4 chords. But all you really need is 4 chords. You play thousands of songs using just 4 chords. The secret to it is what 4 chords to use and how you go about learning to play them and use them in songs. And that's what we're going to show you today. Now we're going to talk about frets. The frets are the metal bars here going across the neck on the guitar. Those are the frets. The 4 chords we're going to be showing you today, none of the chord position, none of the fingers will be past this 3rd fret. All the notes within the chords will be up to the 3rd fret. Nothing past the 3rd fret. So we have the 1st, 2nd, 3rd fret. Okay, and some of you may know this already, and that's okay. So these 1st, 2nd, 3rd fret string numbers are, the first one is the little string, okay, and it goes up 1 through 6. The 6th one being the big string, okay. Now the first thing we're going to talk about, and it's very, very important, is on your carding hand. The hand is going to be carding today. You'll be pressing the strings down with. Fingernails need to be cut sharp, even with the fingertips. Okay, very important. If those are long, your fingers will not be able to press straight down on the string to the fretboard and make the notes sound clear. The notes need to sound clear, and fingernails long will not allow you to do that. Okay, so first tip is to trim your fingernails. Second tip is when you're playing chords, you'll want to be as close to the fret that you're playing as possible, right next to it. If you're playing, let's say you're playing the 3rd fret, the 6th string, okay, on the 3rd fret, you want to be right here, 1, 2, 3, right next to the fret, not back away from the fret towards the 2nd fret. You want to be right next to the 3rd fret. That will be there. By playing close to the fret, you'll have your best clarity of sound. The easiest way to press it is right here. If you start backing it up, get in the middle here, you'll start getting a dead tone, and you'll have to use more pressure to make the note sound clear. So keep that in mind. That was tip number 2. And the 3rd tip is when you go to grasp the guitar, you want to let your arm kind of stay fairly close to your body, and you will have to adjust it depending on what chords you play in. But you want to let your arm just hang down, elbow to the side of your body, and you want to come around and you want to keep the inside of your hand, this part right here, right up to next to the fretboard. And the reason for that is, if you go, let's just say, let's take the G for example. If you take the G and your hand is way back away from the fretboard, your fingers tend to lay down and they'll touch strings next to them, and you'll lose pressure on the string you're trying to press, and the chord just going to sound dead. You can hear it thumping. So you want to get that internal part of your hand up as close to the fretboard at the bottom you can. This allows the fingers, you'll see when I do that, see how my fingers come up and around and over and more or less get up and down? That's what you want. The very tip of your fingers to press the frets straight up and down, okay? Okay, the four chords we're going to talk about are the G, E minor, C, and D. Now I'm going to show you a special way to play these. It will make it a lot easier to play the chords, a lot easier to make them sound clear, and much easier to move from one to the other when you're changing chords. When I first learned how to play, if someone would have shown me this way, I would have been playing way before I was able to play my first song. It makes all the difference in the world getting started. And like I say, using these four chords in 7 days or less, you should be able to play all four of them, making them sound clear, moving from one to the other, and playing some songs using the four chords. And you can just play hundreds, like I say, even thousands of songs. In all types of genre, country, bluegrass, rock, blues, whatever you want to play. Okay, let's start with the G chord. We'll talk about the positions. Again, we have 4 fingers, and then the thumb, of course. But the 4 fingers will be doing the chording. First, second, third, and fourth finger is little finger. Okay? 4 fingers. Okay, so what we're going to do is take the first finger, we're going to put it on the 5th string, 2nd fret. When I say 2nd fret, remember next to it. Okay? Take your 2nd finger, put it on the 6th string, right next to the 3rd fret. Okay? Take your 3rd finger, your ring finger, put it on the 2nd string, right next to the 3rd fret. Take your little finger, put it on the 1st string, 3rd fret. Okay? These 2 bottom fingers, which are on the 1st and 2nd fret, 1st and 2nd strings, 3rd fret. 1st and 2nd strings, 3rd fret. Stay there. During all 4 chords, when you position yourself in playing all 4 chords, these 2 fingers do not come up. That's the key to being able to play these chords, making them sound good, and being able to change from one to the other. So here we go. You got the G. 5th string, 2nd fret, 6th string, 3rd fret, and the ring finger and little finger on the 1st and 2nd strings, 3rd fret. Okay? This is the G. Okay? G. Should sound like this. So when you start practicing your chords, take one at a time. And talking about practice, let's stop just a second. You do not need to spend hours and hours every day practicing guitar. 10 to 15 minutes per day, every day, will be enough to get you playing really quick, and you won't get burnt out on trying to learn. So 10 to 15 minutes a day, that's all you need to practice. Don't over practice. If you try to practice too much, too long, you're going to get finger soreness on the tips of your fingers. It's going to really hurt. And until you develop the calluses, it's going to be really hard to play for long periods of time. So 10 to 15 minutes in learning each day. And that should be sufficient in getting you to progress at a good, even, good pace. So here's the G. Okay, now to go from G to C, remember these 2 bottom fingers stay where they are. So just move your 1st finger down to the 4th string, 2nd fret. Move your 2nd finger down to the 5th string, 3rd fret. Bottom 2 is still locked in. Here's C. C. To go back to G, just move your first finger back up to the 5th string, 2nd fret, and your second finger back up to the 6th string, 3rd fret. The two bottom ones still on the 1st and 2nd string, 3rd fret. Remember, they stay there. G. So the way you can practice these is take the G, use down strokes, change to C, okay, back to G, and to C again. And you can slow it down if you want to, you can speed it up if you want to. It really doesn't matter. The idea is to learn the chords to where they sound clear, okay, and that you're able to move from one to the other, smooth and even. We're trying to keep the strumming hand going without stopping. A common problem most every beginner faces is when you play in chords and you're going to change, the strumming hand wants to stop or slow down. And that's a big challenge. But if you think of strumming as timing, like a drum, 1, 2, 3, 4, a lot of people teaching guitar than that, they'll talk about strum patterns. Think of strum patterns or strumming as timing. If you try to learn them by strum patterns like down, down, or up, down, think in terms like that, you sit here trying to remember what you're supposed to be doing, whether you're supposed to be going down or up. And when you start doing that, the two hands working together have a hard time being smooth and even. So think of strumming as timing. And you'll see it'd be a lot easier to be able to strum from one chord to the other and change from one chord to the other. So practice. All you need to do is take G and C, just go from one to the other. G, C, G, and just sit down and do that. Okay. Now the next chord I want to show you again. These two bottom fingers on the 1st, 2nd string, 3rd fret, is the E minor. Now the E minor is the 4th and 5th string, 2nd fret. You can play them with one finger if you're able to cover both strings with one finger and press them down together like that. You can play it that way, E minor. Okay? If you can't play them with just one finger, just take your first finger, put it on the 5th string, 2nd fret, and your second finger on the 4th string, 2nd fret. These two still locked in on the bottom, and that's E minor. So either way, one finger on the 4th and 5th string, 2nd fret, or you can use your 1st and 2nd finger on the 4th and 5th string and play the E minor, okay? Okay. The final chord is the D chord, okay? Now the D, these two are still locked in. Like I said, they never moved. Keep that in mind. They stay down. All you have to do with these two locked down is take your first finger, put it on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, D. Okay? And when you play the D, try to stay down on the bottom 4 strings. I know it's hard when you're first starting out, so if you're not able to do that, that's okay. But as you practice, try to strum on the D, bottom 4 strings, okay? So let's talk about this one more time. The G, okay, 5th string, 2nd fret, okay, 6th string, 3rd fret, bottom 2 locked in on the 1st and 2nd string, 3rd fret for G. E minor, you can take one finger on the 4th and 5th string, 2nd fret for E minor, or if you can't make those two strings sound clear, use the first finger on the 5th string, the second finger on the 4th string on the 2nd fret for both of them, with the two bottoms still locked in. E minor, okay? Okay? And then we're going to go to the D. Remember, the D, we'll have just the 3rd string, okay, 2nd fret with the two bottoms locked in for D. And then the C, all you have to do for C is you got the G, is move the 1st and 2nd finger down 1 string to the 4th and 5th string with the two bottom where they are. That's C. So you have the G, let's go. We're going to play G, E minor, C, and D. We'll strum down, downstroke. Strum along with me. G, 1, 2, 3, 4. E minor, 2, 3, 4. C, 2, 3, 4. D. Okay, let's go one more time. G, E minor, C, D, one more time, G. So when you sit down to practice, you can practice these chords in any order. They're in the same key, so it really does not matter what order you practice them in. You can start with a G to the C, which I recommend learning them that way. G to C first, because you're just having to move the first and second string from the 5th and 6th string to the 4th and 5th. Okay, and of course these two at the bottom still stay at the 1st and 2nd string, 3rd fret. And then you can go to E minor, 4th and 5th string, 2nd fret. Okay, and then C, and then D. So you play them in any order you want. Or you can start with a D, and then go to C, to G, to E minor, whatever you want to do. So mix them up when you practice. But the main thing is to make sure, strum each one down, make sure all the strings are sounding clear. Okay, that's what you want to accomplish. All the strings to be clear. G, sound like that. E minor, okay, like that. C, and then D, okay. G, E minor, okay. C, and D. G. Okay, and then once you get those like that, you can start trying to strum with instead of using downstrokes. Let your wrist relax, let it do the work. Also, use a thin pick. Use a thin pick, not a thick pick. I use a Jim Dunlop nylon pick, 0.38 millimeters. Great pick. It does not create a lot of noise when you're strumming through the strings, and it flows through the strings easy, but still gives you plenty of volume from your guitar. Okay, so Jim Dunlop, 38 millimeters, somewhere around 38. It doesn't have to be 38, 36, 40 millimeters, but nylon pick. And they come in different shapes also. I like the little triangle shape, about the right size, but they come in big and smaller. This is a really good size here. But whatever you like, whatever feels good to you. Something you can hold on to. That's the main thing. And when you grip your pick, don't grip it like a gorilla grip. Just grip it firm enough to where it won't slide out of your hand when you're playing your chord. Okay? But you can strum, just let your wrist relax like this. And you can just change to C. Like I said earlier, when you first start these chord changes, this hand might want to stop. Like this. And then you might want to stop, and then you have to change your chord and start again. Change, stop, and like that. It might slow you down. This hand will stop or slow down completely. Stop or slow down. And then you get on your chord and you start strumming again. And you'll find, don't get frustrated with this, because each time you practice, you're developing that muscle memory between your brain and your fingers. And just work through it. Enjoy it, relax. Don't put any pressure on yourself. Just take it easy, relax, and enjoy practicing, learning these chords. And you'll be playing these chords, like I said, 7 days or less. Many people play them in a matter of 2 or 3 days. But 7 days is still not very long. And you'll be playing chords, and you can start using these chords in songs, popular songs. So again, relax. Just create your strum. It doesn't matter what kind of strum. Just start changing the chord. All you have to do. a good chord progression, I'm going to show you an easy chord progression that you can practice these with. It's G, D minor, go to C, and then the D. One more time, G, E minor, C, and then D, and G. The key to the whole thing, which makes these so easy to learn and play, are these two bottom fingers staying locked in on the first and second strings, 3rd fret. And keep in mind, no finger should be below past this 3rd fret. You should not have any finger down here on the 4th fret or above. Everything we're playing here, all 4 chords, nothing is past this 3rd fret. Okay? Keep that in mind. And again, being as close to the fret as you can, right next to it, is the key to making it sound clear. And by keeping that finger close to it, you won't have any dead tones. You know, sometimes you get this type of sound. And even when you have your fingers close to the fret, you might get that when you're first starting out. It's okay. Just work through it, strum. Work through these chords. Just keep strumming, work through them. And this the strumming hand wants to slow down, stop, that's fine. Just keep working with it. And all of a sudden, you'll notice a light bulb go on and say, wow, I'm actually playing these chords and they're sounding good. It will just happen as time. And like I say, 7 days or less is all it's going to take if you practice 10-15 minutes a day. 10-15 minutes a day, 7 days. You'll be playing these chords and making them sound clear. And playing songs on the guitar using these chords. Very, very simple, very easy. But the key to it is don't just focus on these 4 chords. Just quit looking at all the videos out there on the internet, any courses you may have. You don't need to know theory. You don't need to know bar chords or scales or modes. None of that. To play songs and to play these 4 easy chords and other easy chords, you just need to focus on these 4 chords to begin with. Learn them really well and then put them into songs. And like I say, just with these 4 chords, I know a lot of people who have learned guitar and that's all they use, these 4 chords, maybe with a couple of open chords with them. Play thousands, so that's what they want to do. That's all they want to do to begin with. Maybe what you're wanting to do. Just play for yourself and your own enjoyment, for friends and family. It's a great thing, and you'll never regret putting in just a little bit of time to learn how to play the guitar. Now, like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm going to show you 2 chords that you can use to play your first song. And it's a great old song. It's a great old Cajun song we play down in South Louisiana here. Called Jambalaya. And all we're going to be using is the C. Remember the C? First finger on the 4th string, 2nd fret. Second finger on the 5th string, 3rd fret. The 2 bottom locked in, 1st, 2nd string. So we'll be using the C and the G. All you have to do is move your 1st finger to the 5th string, your 2nd finger to the 6th string on the 5th, 2nd, 3rd fret. 2 bottom locked in, that's G. So we're going to be going C to G, C to G. Let me just strum it for you first, and you can listen to it. I'm starting with the C, okay? Back to the C, that's all it is. G, C, back to the G. Okay. Now let's just put a little words to it. We'll start with a C. Strum along with me now. Just jump in whenever you feel like it. Start with a C. Goodbye, Joe. You gotta go. Me, oh my, G. You gotta go for the hero C. G, jumbo. For tonight I'm gonna see my share of C. Feel free, y'all, and BG. Son of a gun, gonna have big fun on the bayou. Now, one thing I want to say. Sing along when you're playing. Even if you don't have a great voice, I love to sing. I don't have a really good voice, but I love to sing along with my playing. And the thing about it, it will help you. It will help relax you. You won't be concentrating so much on your chord changes, making your chords change from one to the other, smooth and even. It will relax you, not having to think about the strumming hand so much. So sing along with it, have fun. That's what it's all about, it's having fun. You're not wanting to learn how to play guitar to learn to practice. So many people spend so much time practicing and things that they won't even ever use. I know how to play bar chords and scales, pentatonic scales, and all that sort of thing. Very rarely do I ever use it. Certainly don't need it. If you can play chords and using just standard open chords, that's all you need. These 4 chords are what you need to get started playing guitar today. And like I say, 7 days or less, you'll be playing these chords, making them sound clear, but I can't emphasize enough. Focus and keep concentrating on these. Put everything else aside, no matter where you are. If you, like I said, been looking at all kind of videos all over the net, there's tens of hundreds of thousands. But all that aside, you don't need it. Sure, there's a place for it if you want to learn it, but like I say, you probably would never use it. If you want to play songs and simple chords, start with a G. Start with a C, play in a special way, in the E minor, in the D. That's what it's all about. And leave your comments over here on this next to this video. Let me know what you think about this, if this has helped you, if it's gotten you excited about learning the guitar, and just let me know what you think. It's an easy way to learn. If you focus, you'll be playing these 4 chords using in songs in a matter of just days, not weeks, not months, days. And it will not require a lot of time. It will not require a lot of effort. It does require 10-15 minutes per day. And that's not much to ask to learn how to play the guitar. It's a gift of a lifetime. You would never regret learning how to play. But you need to focus on these 4 chords. That's it. Until you can play these 4 chords easy and be able to switch from one to the other. Like this. Do not learn any more chords. 4 chords. And I will show you in coming videos songs to use 2, 3, or 4 of these chords in songs. And what songs you can play using just these 4 chords, or even just 2 of them, or 3 of them. Again, leave your comments. Let me know if you're excited about this. I know that when I first started, it was such a struggle to be able to play my first song. It took me a long time. And if you're new to guitar, getting totally frustrated, no more. This is the key to you learning. Just remember, this is the key. G, C, E minor, and D. 4 chords Bottom 2 fingers locked in on the 1st and 2nd string, 3rd fret. And they stay there for all 4 chords. These 2 never come up. That's the key. That's the anchor fingers. Right here. All you're having to do is move 2 fingers. 2 fingers to make 4 chords. It's simple. 2 fingers to make 4 chords. Can't get any easier than that. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope I've helped you. Thanks for joining me here for this lesson. And I wish you nothing but the best. Again, leave your comments. If you have any questions, put them over here on the side in the chat. That'd be great. That'd be great. Or down in the bottom in the comment section. Either one. Until next time, let's go learn some guitar.